Welcome back to Munchausen's Proxy, where we have the next movie to make a crater when it lands in theaters later this month. Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves hits theaters on March 31st, and so the media circus for it has begun. Alas, if you had not noticed, it is probably because this movie has terrible written all over it. As if to confirm this, the writers, John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, talked to Variety, gloating over how they just love to emasculate their leading men in the movies they write. But they assure Variety that it isn't because of wokeness on their part. Quote, "That was not an attempt at wokeness on our part," unquote, Goldstein said. Daley added to that by saying, quote, "Swear to God, it wasn't. We liked that Holga is the bruiser and does the dirty work for Edgin. And he doesn't like to get his hands dirty. We also love emasculating leading men," unquote. One look at these two soy-based entities, and you are not shocked to hear this. CBR, writing about the two, came up with this gem when talking about the pair and their efforts to make leading men look weak and stupid. Quote, "It is something that the pair found surprisingly difficult to achieve with leading actors in their films. While they did not name names, they noted that they'd had experiences with a couple of male actors in the part who refused to look weak or vulnerable in film. However, they had the opposite problem with Chris Pine, who plays Edgin the Bard in the movie. Instead, Pine reportedly enjoyed making himself look as bad as possible, almost to a fault, to the point the team had to remind him he had to look heroic in some scenes," unquote. Hugh Grant, the villain in the movie, had this to say about the characters of the movie that we, the audience, are supposed to care about. Quote, "I think maybe what I responded to most in their script was that it's about losers. This little band of comrades, they're all a bit crap. You are not great at being a bard, and the magician, played by Justice, is really bad. What do they call magicians in Dungeons & Dragons? Sorcerer. He's not much good," unquote. This media campaign is looking about as well planned as the media campaign for projects like The Rings of Power, Ghostbusters 2016, and the Charlie's Angels reboot. Contrary to Daley and Goldstein's assertions, this has woke written all over it, and it looks like it could have been used to bomb Hiroshima, it is so bad. Sadly, neither TSR nor Hasbro's Wizards of the Coast seem to know how to exploit the Dungeons & Dragons IP in live-action media. Most Dungeons & Dragons movies have been bad to execrable, and Honor Amongst Thieves looks to join that legacy. That the actors starring in the movie seem to be perfectly happy to join in with the deliberate tanking of the movie is just emblematic of current-day Hollywood. I did a review of the trailer when it came out, and it looked like it was going to be a mess that made the men look like complete wimps and idiots, and the women look overpowered and dominant. That the writers decided to confirm this for us all in the media before the movie opened is actually a rare service by the denizens of Wonderland that allows us to save time and money by not going to see this dreck in theaters. Many thanks, John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein. And please, Hollywood, keep letting us know what movies to avoid. It saves us time and money, and it progresses your own flaming demise as your money dries up and more people inside the belly of the beast realize that their careers might depend on them ceasing to be mice and realizing that the machine is dying. If they want to survive, bucking the woke orthodoxy in Hollywood might be the only way to make it through the coming studio conflagration as their business practices of the last decade or so come home to roost. I think I will end that here. If you like what I do here, please hit the like button, subscribe to the video, share the video, and make sure the bell icon is clicked on so you're notified when new videos are uploaded. The next video is probably going to be the first of my Oscar nomination videos, starting with Top Gun Maverick. Until then, tschüss.